You ever scroll through a daily horoscope and just wonder, what makes this so compelling? It's way more than just a simple prediction. It's actually a formula. And today, that's what we're going to do. We're pulling back the curtain on a popular digital show to really understand the structure behind this kind of daily cosmic guidance. So let's break it down. I mean, let's be real. At the end of the day, most of us are just trying to navigate all the uncertainty out there. We worry about money, about our jobs, our relationships, and we can't help but look for signs, right? Like a little map to help us make the next right move. It's just a totally human thing to do, trying to find some kind of pattern in all the chaos. And that right there is the exact promise that today's source material makes. It tunes right into that need for a plan. It doesn't just give you vague hints about what might happen. It lays out a structured plan, a kind of celestial blueprint for your day. So let's get into exactly how that plan gets delivered. Okay, so step one in this whole formula is to zero in on a specific, really pressing concern. For this particular day, we're looking at January 29th, 2026. The show goes right for the two biggest sources of anxiety for so many of us: wealth, or Rizq, and our career, or Nokri. By just naming those fears out loud, it creates this immediate, powerful hook for anyone who has ever stayed up at night worrying about their job or their bank account. So once they've got your attention by naming those core worries, the next move is to establish some cosmic authority. The message here is really clear. Hey, this isn't some random guess I'm pulling out of thin air. This is based on the actual, observable movements of the planets. It sets a credible stage for everything that's about to follow. And the key concept they use is this word gochar. It's the proper astrological term for the daily movement or transit of the planets. By using specialized language like this, the show kind of builds this foundation of expertise. It tells you, hey, this is rooted in a real system. And that gives it a weight that a simple guess just doesn't have. Now, for this specific day, the source points to two major celestial events. First up, the moon is in Gemini. And second, and this is the big one, Jupiter's influence is said to be opening the doors of fate. Now, what's so cool here is how it pinpoints these specific cosmic players. It takes these huge, abstract forces of the universe and makes them feel really tangible, like they're personally involved in how your day might go. And the formula gets even more specific from there. It drills right down to the nakshatra, which is like a lunar mansion in Vedic astrology. So the alignment of these two, Mrigashira and Ardra, is translated into super concrete, real-world advice. It's not just some vague feeling. It's a green light for making big decisions, for major investments, and even for starting marriage talks. This is so powerful psychologically because it turns this cosmic observation into actual, actionable intelligence. So once that general cosmic weather report is out of the way, the formula does something crucial. It makes it personal. This is the part where those big, broad celestial events get tailored to each of the 12 zodiac signs. And that's what makes you, the listener, feel seen and spoken to directly. Let's see how it actually plays out. And the delivery is so quick, it's almost like rapid fire. For Aries, it's all about networking. For Taurus, there's money coming in, but hey, don't lend it out. Gemini, with the moon hanging out in their sign, is told to expect creativity and better health. And Cancer gets a warning about high expenses, but also a nudge toward spirituality. See? It's quick, it's actionable, and it feels like it was written just for you. And the pace just keeps going. Leo, your old wishes might just come true. Virgo gets a perfect 10 out of 10 day for their career. I mean, how great is that? It's so specific and feels like a real advantage. Libra is told luck is on their side, while Scorpio gets a little note of caution. Be careful driving and maybe keep some things to yourself. Every piece of advice is either an opportunity to grab or a warning to protect. And here we go, rounding it all out. Sagittarius gets a nice boost in their partnerships. Capricorn is told that their hard work is going to pay off and their critics will finally be quiet. Love that. Aquarius gets good news for their love life, but with a specific warning about stocks. And finally, Pisces is promised success in property matters. By the end of this whole segment, everyone has gotten their own little piece of the cosmic plan. Okay, now after all of that personalized guidance, the formula unleashes its final and maybe its most powerful element. It doesn't just leave you with information, it gives you a universal tool you can use to actually take action. And that's such a critical shift, right? You go from passively hearing about your fate to actively having a hand in it. And that tool is a specific spiritual invocation, Ya Razzaqu. It's one of the names of God in Islam, and it means the provider. And what's so brilliant about this is that by focusing on this specific name, the ritual directly targets that anxiety about wealth and provision that was brought up at the very beginning of the show. It creates this perfect, satisfying narrative loop. And the formula makes a big deal about being precise. This isn't just a casual prayer, it's a specific practice. The number of times you're supposed to repeat it, 308, adds this sense of structure and real intention. And that's so key. Think about it. When we feel like we don't have control in our lives, having a clear, repeatable process can give us this huge sense of stability and purpose. And this slide lays it out perfectly. Here are the exact instructions for the ritual or wazifa, which you're meant to do after the night prayer. It's a clear, simple, 3-step process. And just like that, it transforms you from a passive listener of a forecast into an active participant in your own spiritual well-being. So, now that we've walked through all the different pieces, let's just put it all together for a second. What is this essential formula that we've just deconstructed? How on earth does it manage to be so effective at giving people not just guidance, but a real sense of agency over their own lives? Well, it really all comes down to this simple 2-part structure. On one side, you got the astrology. That part identifies the day's potential and gives you personalized, passive guidance. It tells you what might happen. But then, on the other side, you have the spiritual ritual. And that gives you a universal, proactive solution. It tells you what you can do. One part makes you aware of opportunities, and the other empowers you to go out and grab them. It's the whole package. And that really leaves us with one final thought. This formula works because it addresses our need to understand the forces around us, but it also satisfies that deep desire we all have to feel some control over our own destiny. It gives us both a map and a rudder to steer the ship. So the question to think about is, what is it about that combination of seeing the path ahead and also feeling like you can walk it with intention that is just so powerful for so many of us?